All right, so now we will see the major differences between the performance and engine capabilities when it comes to Unity and Godot. Okay, so now I'm not going to compare these engines. These engines pretty much provide the same tools with some sort of different approaches in order to get the desired output from the engine. But when it comes to the capability and the approach that we are taking, so one major difference is how these engine handles the performance. Okay, so Godot is lightweight and has much smaller footprint as compared to Unity. It has also a more efficient render pipeline, especially for 2D. So if I switch back to Godot, so you can see there are two different tabs for 3D and 2D. Whereas if we go here in Unity, we can obviously activate the 2D mode, but it is essentially the camera is logged into the 2D viewport. But if you can see, it's the same 3D scene, right? My camera is the only difference is that my camera is logged into a 2D mode. And for the game view also, if I select my camera, here you can see the projection is perspective, and in order to make a 2D game, I just have to switch my camera to orthographic mode. So the scene in Unity is essentially a 3D scene only, but it is getting rendered as a 2D view. So that's how we make a 2D game in Unity. Whereas if we come here in Godot, so we'll see that if we want to create a 2D scene, okay, so it's altogether a complete isolated 2D interface. So if we go into a little deeper technical details, so we will find out that Godot has a separate 2D engine to create 2D game, and that makes it much more efficient and lightweight when it comes to creating a 2D game, because the engine, the rendering pipeline for Godot is optimized specially for 2D. And if we are making a 2D game in Godot, it's actually a 2D game that is being made. But in case if for Unity, the overall scene is again in 3D only, but it is getting rendered as 2D. So in terms of efficiency, yes, for 2D games, Godot takes the lead. Okay, so now another key distinction is how each engine handles 2D development. Okay, so Unity is primarily a 3D engine, while you can create 2D games. It is essentially uses a 3D environment with the orthographic camera, whereas Godot on the other hand has a dedicated 2D engine, which makes 2D game more efficient, performance friendly. So now if you are focused on 2D game development, Godot offers much more streamlined experience. Okay, so now it's time to wrap up. Okay, so if you are a Unity developer and trying to switch to Godot, remember these key points. So Unity's game object system, which is a component based system, is equals to Godot's node based system. So in Unity, you can add different components into a single game object, whereas in Godot you have to keep adding child node and take care of the parent root node in order to create a desired output, right? And coming to the UI, so Unity has the canvas UI in which you can add multiple childs in order to create the UI, whereas the Godot has something known as the control node, which is responsible for displaying the UI. Okay, so the input manager in Unity is different again, and whereas in the Godot we have seen we can straight away create the input manager, the input system for Godot as well. Now, when it comes to the scripting, both Unity and Godot supports C#, but the primary difference is Godot's primary language is GDScript. So it's up to you whether you want to use C# for your games or you want to use GDScript. Okay. Now, I hope this video gave you a clear roadmap to the transition from Unity to Godot. If you find this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more game dev content. Also, let me know in the comments what's your biggest challenge is when it comes to switching from Unity to Godot. So, see you in the next one.